What's up, Jerry? Avocado. It was a pretty good game. I can't believe he came in and cleaned up, took the gold, and then went over on his first envelope, on his first spin, won an envelope from J&S. And if he wins the gold over there, I'm gonna die. Having a day like me. Yeah, he did pretty good. So you guys, Rhonda is in the building. I don't know if you guys can see her up there, but she has arrived. And she's already been given Bob attitude. So let me finish setting this up, and then I will introduce Rhonda to the family. My favorite 10-ounce bar. My favorite 10-ounce bar out of all the ones that I've owned. This is the one that I love the most. It's just simplistic in form, and that saying right there makes this my favorite one. Build your wealth in ounces. Hi, Mike. Welcome. You are amongst friends. All right, guys. So we all know Bob. We all know Bob. Okay. And this is Rhonda. Now, Rhonda was found in the UK, transported here via a government agency, and now she has arrived. The true question here in live, guys, is I have a quick question for you, and hopefully you guys can help me answer this. Appreciate you, Nikki. Let me finish setting this display up here. How expensive of a bitch do you think she actually is? Because I don't know if Bob is going to be able to afford to keep her around. Because Bob ain't got no money. Which means I'm going to have to foot the bill. And she's already given attitude. She's fallen over. Not doing what she's supposed to do. Doesn't take direction very well. So I don't know. You guys tell me. Do you think she's a gold girl, or do you think silver will be good enough for her? Hi, Gutita. Did he hide her in did did he hide her box today when she arrived? What up, Timmy? Gutita, did you get I sent the tracking for your package to Bellows. Did you get that? Okay, perfect. Just making sure. I didn't check it. Yeah, what's up, Timmy? Yeah, the display does look kind of chunky, doesn't it? I didn't realize it until I looked at it on the TV. That is pretty cool. Pretty chunky. Now, I could probably fill my whole table up with all the graded ASEs I've won recently. But yeah, yep. Nick, I'm sorry you didn't win the gold tonight, bro. Thanks, Neil. Yeah, it does look kind of chunky. Like I said, I didn't expect it to, but then I looked at it on the TV, and it is kind of impressive. Check this out. I really didn't want to put it up in a game today. This is sick. I know you did. I know you did, Nick. But have faith, Nick. You never know what might happen. I'm not saying like I'm slipping gold in your package because I can afford that shit, but you never know what might happen. Time will tell. What's up, Rocky Mountain Prospector? Is that Brad? Coming up on Sunday, I'm going to be on. Oh, right on, Brad. What's going on, bro? In my channel, it gives different descriptions of people, so I just guessed, but I figured it was you. It's Rocky Mountain. Normally it says Brad on the end in most other rooms. But, what was I going to say? Oh, I'm going to be on the Sunday Shit Show with Curtis and Bob next Sunday. Panning Gold. I got a bag of pay dirt sitting here, waiting to be cracked open. Sometimes, Nick, but you know, for the most part, you know who comes in and supports you. For you know, you want a jar of pay dirt tonight? Who'd you win it from? Benzos. Nice. So this is the Patreon bag from Backyard Prospecting. Calls it the North Pole pay dirt because I would imagine because it's so fine. No. And he sent me a Christmas ornament that I forgot to put on the tree that I'll find a spot for. There's lots of gold areas around here. I know where he's at. He's down more towards Mount Rainier. I'm further north. I'm north of Seattle. But Gold Baron, he's down in that area too. That's where his gold claim is. So yes, Rhonda has made it. No, actually I'm not. My ex-girlfriend, give me 1 second. Sorry, I had to take my teeth out. They're starting to hurt. That's a weird thing to say. What do you mean I never respond, bro? I didn't see a message. If you sent me a message, I didn't see it. Or I would have responded, D. Waller. You know that. My ex-girlfriend lives up in Concrete on the Cape, and she actually got flooded out. And they got more flooding on its way this weekend. The next day or two, actually, they said. And they're flooding down south. I live close to, I live right next to the Everett Navy Station, so I don't have to worry about. Actually, I didn't even see you talking trash. I was talking to Rocky Mountain Prospector there. But I don't have all chat. There we go, live chat. Let's see. Yeah, sorry, bro. Wasn't trying to ignore you there, Waller. But I live right next to Everett Navy Station, and there's about 100-foot wall. Like, I'm 100 foot higher than the station, so you have to be a pretty big tsunami to come in for water to really hit me. And I live next to a couple of hospitals. So yeah, Rhonda's here. I'm going to see how she would hold the 50. She does pretty good. I don't know. I think she might need something smaller. Because the gun is Bob's. Nobody sports the 50 like Bob does. I don't know, man. See, that's the whole thing. She's new, so I don't really trust her at all, but I got to. She's part of the family now. She is scrawnier than Bob, too. And I told you, man, that the atmosphere does weird shit to their skin, so it turns her like a weird peachish pink color. And she doesn't do her makeup very well. I have to find something a little more permanent for her. I saw an Investment Caster 38 the other day. Not a bad deal. Well, Mike for Democracy. Let me ask you a question. Do you see something right there? Do you see something right there? Do you see something there, or am I imagining it? Just saying. Just saying. Oh, I got. You see both of these? I bet you do. These nuts. I got a package in. You're just saying. I feel you, man. I'm just messing around. Anyways, I got a package in from Raspberry. She sent me a bunch of coins. Well, not a bunch of coins, but she did send me some pretty cool coins. She sent me the shield that you put the coins in to make up the shield. Because their coins are actually cool. I got a bunch of other stuff. She sent a bunch of candy and sweets and treats. Now, I haven't had a chance to ask her yet. But most of it's hard, so I can't eat it right now anyways. But she did send some cards. And I gotta read one of them to you guys because it's to Bob. And you gotta understand how funny this shit is, okay? So you guys ready? I'm gonna read the shit to you. So this is the one that she sent me. Super cool. Love Raspberry Hedgehog. Thank you, Melody. And then I look, and there's this. Bob got another letter. Another card in the mail from Raspberry. So here, let's open it up. Have a crap Christmas. To Bob. Bob, you suck. Raspberry Hedgehog. I started fucking dying when I opened this up. So that is actually going to sit a little more right behind Bob. And we're going to pull back and pan up. How's that? Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. I started cracking up. I'm sitting here by myself and I would just open up, just laughing my ass off. Well, Mike, since I got Bob, he's been part of my channel. He's been front and center every time I do a live, everything. I know a bunch of silver out right now, but normally I have a copper coral that he leans against that B. Waller poured for me. Hey, Raspberry. I just read Bob's card to everybody. Yep, she's fine. She sucks at makeup, though. Oh, dude, Bob's like, yeah, like I said, he's been part of my channel for a long time now. And he was getting lonely, and so I commissioned some people and finally found his mate. She just got transported here by a government agency and delivered today. I just don't, like I said, I don't know how rich of a bitch she is because Bob holds a 9.5 gram silver Desert Eagle. I just don't know if she's going to need gold or she's going to need silver or whatever she's going to need just to keep herself in balance. The pink, I know they're the same dimension because it's the same exact one, but the pink makes her look scrawnier. Well, she did get transported here with no damage. And that's kind of the key when you're talking about something as fragile as Rhonda is. Got to make sure that no damage happens. And she was transported here, no damage, did pretty good. So, I opened up a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of cards today, too. I also opened up some gold that I got in the mail today. Picked this up in the guy's room over on Whatnot. Do you mind? Oh, what it ran me? I won this in a game on Whatnot, um, in a guy's room. His name is Biba. He had 19 spots spins. I bought $120 worth of spins. I hit one envelope and I hit a 2001, the big prize, 2001 Eagle for 120. Not a bad gig. I do pretty good over on Whatnot. 19 bucks. I actually got a couple of them for 17 because I left and then came back. Got some at 17, and then after that, I fell asleep. Seven, I think. Hold on. I'm looking for the receipt. Hold on a second. I know it's here somewhere. I'll just show you. Oh, here we go. Hold on, man. I'm trying to find the receipt so I can show you. This is my envelope that I won from him. And this is the slip that was in it. Trying to find the receipt where it says, "Bro, you killed it. Congratulations." Hold on. Eight. Eight. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And some of them were 17, 17, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Oh, I think it was 100 spot wheel, but there was like 10 different chasers. That was just the top prize. Took 8 and I got envelope number 6. And then I watched the playback on the reveal, and he opened it up like this, which means I got one of the top prizes, right? So then he set it up there, opened up more of them, got to the top 3, opened up of them, it wasn't it, and then he's like, TH, boom, and I got it. So yeah, not a bad hit. I've got another gram of gold coming from a guy named Dad, 45 in his room. Um, he had $12 spins, and I went in on 10 of them. I got an ounce of silver as well, so an ounce of silver and a gram of gold, and a couple of 1 gram pieces, silver as well. In another guy's room, I won 2 half-gram golds. In another room, I won another half-gram gold. I won about 14 ounces of silver in another guy's room. And then I went over to my buddy's room and I hit back to back ASEs, graded ASEs from him a couple of times in a row. So I got 4 more ounces there. So I got close to 20 ounces of silver coming, maybe a little over, and 5.5 grams of gold coming. But this is part of it already. Humble, you happy with Ronda's color? Yeah. Like I was mentioning on other lives, um, the way the atmosphere treats their skin when it does a weird thing. That's why I bobbed green. I figured Rhonda was going to be some sort of different color as well, so it's perfect. She will be the perfect mate for Bob because he now has one of his kind. Broke Stacker, what is going on? Nick, you say something about getting stickers? You need help getting rid of them? Yeah, not a problem, brother. Yeah, I don't know if he's playing hard to get or if he just doesn't quite, want to woo her yet. Fake AI videos about confiscation. What is up? Stacking surfers in the house. Fake AI videos about confiscation. I will keep an eye out for them. Yeah, it wasn't a bad pickup. And then, right before my bonus comes, my transmission in my car goes. So I couldn't make the big purchase I wanted to make. I had to put money towards fixing my car. But I think it's all right. I still added to the stack like I wanted to, just not as much as I wanted, but I'm still adding. And that's the biggest thing, guys. Whether you can get what you want to get or not, just keep adding. What's up, Surfer? That. Yeah, I mean, I had a big bonus check come in December, and it got swept away by my car. But it is what it is. So yeah, Rhonda's here, surrounded by a bunch of silver. There's like a silver fortress around him right now. So at least I did get some. I did get some metals to add to the stack like I wanted to. Just nowhere near as much as I wanted to. But that's all right. There's more paychecks in my future, and more silver to stack, and more gold to stack. Thing is, it's getting to a point where you almost want to switch to be buying gold. I don't know. I mean, I'm in this weird quasi spot in my head. You guys understand what I mean by that? I mean, I stack silver to trade up to get to the gold, right? Because that's why you stack the silver, because it's undervalued. You can get a lot of it, and then you trade up for the gold. Like, what's your sweet spot? Is it 65? Is it 70? Is it 60? You know, anywhere in the 60s. What are my 2026 goals? Are you asking me, OC, or broke? Transmission will be new here soon enough, so it won't really matter if it's bad or not. It went out, so yeah. My stacking goals for 2026. Okay, so my 2026 stacking goals are going to be 250 ounces of silver and 5 ounces of gold. That's what my 2026 goals are going to be. Now I'll be honest with you, okay? That is going to be a hard goal to hit, you know, but we set goals for a reason, and if I even come close, that's going to be awesome. The silver will be the easier to attain of the two, of course, because of the price of the metals. But I was kind of that's what I was kind of just getting at. It's like, I don't know if I would. I think I would stack the gold first and then work on silver instead of doing both at the same time throughout the year, if that makes sense. But I'm single. I pay for everything on my own. I pay a lot of money in child support every month. Yeah, that's a great goal too, Stacker. Sir, for that is a straight awesome stacking goal to have. Yep, keep it from your wife, and don't let her know what the spot price is. Your goal is to have double your silver, Nick, and that's an attainable goal. you know, but for me, like I was saying, I pay for everything on my own. I pay a lot of money in child support. So all the stacking that you see is money that I would have put in my savings account and then spent on stupid stuff. Stuff that does not matter. Stuff that does not help me at all. So that's why I have no problem spending the money that I do on my stack. I ratio traded silver gold earlier in my stack to build bulk. There's nothing wrong with that. They're your metals. Just depending on which direction you want to go and things like that. I mean, you do you. If it worked out for you, then great. If it didn't, then right, lesson learned. But it sounds like it worked out for you because you built bulk. You got to build that base stack. Nick, listen, man, that right there, Nick. That's an ounce every 2 weeks. That's a great goal to have, especially on your budget. 100 silver and 1 gold next year, as well as debt free. Hey, that's how you need to do it, right? All of my debt is pretty much washed, so I'm very fortunate in that sense. Um, I put max towards my 401k. My company matches. It's actually done okay. So, and all what you see is just my funds for silver stacking is my savings account. I was thinking about actually, because it doesn't cost me anything to take money out of my 401k and put it towards metals. I can take it on a loan and then just pay them back over a certain period of time to just take a small amount of money out of my account. Looking at my budget and what I can do, and if I do that in one big sweep, it might be worth it. But that really, really makes me cringe because of the DCA. There's no DCA at that point. You're just making one big, huge purchase, and I don't know I don't know if I want to do that. Decisions, but if it cost me interest to do it, I probably wouldn't because of how much the buyback would be. It wouldn't be worth the break on the metals, but I don't know. Just thinking about some stuff. At the end of the year, I just took my health savings account that is 6,000 and it's investable, so I took it and invested it in some mid caps. No mining stocks do my work though. It's kind of disappointing. That was a big hurdle for me initially. It hurt my feelings to sell the metals, but it took the metal to make the advantage. I never would have had cash. I had to invest. No, dude. That's why we stack. That's why it's there for when this stuff happens. For when something like that happens. You know. Any stacker out there will tell you to pay off your debt before you really start building a stack. And it's sound advice. So you moved it into bonds and then wrote it off as lost. Well, if you moved it into bonds, then yeah, you obviously did. But that's just because it's a safe haven, but bonds aren't doing anything. So yeah, I would, but that's me. I don't do financial advice, so what I'm talking about, nothing I talk about is financial advice. Just things I'm thinking about doing for myself. But honestly, if you've got it in a vehicle that's not doing anything for you at all, surfer, then put it into a vehicle that will. Right? I mean, it's just dead money sitting there that's not doing anything. But you already know all this stuff. You talk about this stuff on your channel. Yeah. Maybe I'll pop on a little bit here when I'm done and see if there's anything I can move around. I haven't looked in a couple of weeks, so I mean that's bad on me for not looking every day, but with investments you don't look every day. They're long term. It's one thing I did not like when I worked at the bank is after you put somebody in a vehicle, they call you the minute the market's down, but they're not calling you the minute it's up. They only call you when they have problems. They don't call you when they do good. It's a pretty thankless job being a financial advisor. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot about that stuff. I have a banking background before my aneurysm. I was a licensed investment banker for years, but I don't give financial advice. I don't do any of that anymore. I don't do that stuff. Stuff I talk about is just for me. Ideas I have, things that I would do. Never telling people what they should do, but throw an idea across me, and if it sounds good, I would tell you if I would do it. I did. I did. It fell out of the case, but I did put it back in the capsule. It is right here. And thank you. I got the shield too. That was awesome. Oh, I understand. I read it. I read it. I think this is awesome. To give you guys some insight, Raspberry sent me this. Are you taking off, Surfer? Have a good night, bro. Appreciate you. Uh, this was Raspberry's granddad had two, and this was the year that her mom went into army or police. So this is the year she went into the army, and he had two of them, and they were very dear to him. And Raspberry had them, and she sent me one, and it's really cool. I love horses too, Raspberry. So thank you. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for something. Hold on. I don't know where the fuck it is. It was right here. Pissing me off actually, but I can't find it. Anyways, this is sick. Just so you guys know, what this is right here is this is a shield, okay? And on the back of all of the UK money in Great Britain, they have designs on the 1 cent, the 2 cent, the nickel, the dime, the quarter, and the 50-cent piece. Each one of those designs on the back is on this. That coin has that design, that coin has that design, all the way around. And it makes the shield. Well, I will try to be there, bro. But I do have the Metal Mob at 9. And this Sunday I'm going on the shit show and panning gold with Bob and Curtis. And I think I already showed the pay dirt, but I, for the life of me, don't see it again. Oh, it's right here. And this is a pay that I won from Backyard Prospecting, his Patreon bag for November. I think it's totally cool that the backs of their coins make a design. And that just goes to show, I mean, I tell you guys all the time that world currency is so much prettier than our currency is now. We really suffer in comparison. I was just looking for them. I can't find them. I just had them set out too. Like, that's why I'm so irritated. do have coins here. So she sent me this one. This is a 50 pence. This is their 50-cent piece. This is another Peter the Rabbit. Totally cool. This one I love. And it is like, it is proof like. This is a new pence. Check this out. That thing is glossy. Wow. Bam, baby. And that's my favorite effigy of the Queen. No, that's a beautiful coin. A 2 pence. Or a new, yeah, that's one. New pence. Hi, Donna. Now, I believe she sent me this one because it has a lighthouse on it. Another one here. Like he's making a sword or a knife or something. From 1970. 1 franc. Yes, Nick. Well, no, not all UK, but there are some from Italy, Spain. And then this one, which is the Pride. Look at that lighthouse. Bam, baby. Lighthouse chicken. That's a cool coin. Raspberry knows I love lighthouses, and so very cool. And then she sent me a square piece of copper. Let me show you what it looks like. From the Royal Mint. How cool is that? Now, my birth year. You can't hear me? You guys, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Yeah, it sounds like my volume's fine. My sound is okay. I can hear it on my TV just fine. Also, I got two more here. I got a new penny from 1978. Holy crap. And then I got one more here, which is from 1978 as well. And that's a 2. You can't hear me? Yeah, it sounds like my volume's fine. Sound is okay. I can hear it on my TV just fine. Can you guys hear me? Because my TV it says it's fine. Also, I have two more here. I got a new penny from 1970. Okay, well, my volume. Okay. You can hear me, Nick? Because my volume on my TV is fine. I can hear it on my TV. Nick, you can hear me? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why, but my volume or my sound is fine. My buddy sent me this. It's not worth anything, but it's a pretty cool medallion. You can hear me, Nick? Because my volume on my TV is fine. I can hear it on my TV. Nick, well, I'm glad everybody can hear me now. I don't think everybody hit mute at the same time on their phones, Nick. That'd be kind of crazy. It's not real. You can clearly tell it's not real, but but that is pretty cool. Yeah, it was Rhonda. She's mad. She doesn't have any gold. Come on, work with me. I'm gonna grab something to drink. I'll be right back. You guys, eating sucks. Just so you all know, eating sucks right now. I know everybody's gonna say it's gonna get easier, but that doesn't mean it doesn't suck right now. Whispering sweet nothings to Bob? I doubt it. I don't even know if she knows what sweet nothings are. Can't wait till my bottom teeth fit. And I can actually try to chew with them. That would be glorious. Richard, you still can't hear me? No, he didn't. He actually didn't even know she was here. Funny enough. She does have a pretty box, and it was filled with sweet treats. And I can tell you, the Werthers are going to work with me tomorrow, because I can actually suck on those. Show her box? Okay. Kind of a weird request there. Raspberry. Now these guys, we have things like this too. They're called Little Debbie's. I'll show you. But these I can eat. This is Rhonda's box. It was a very pretty box. And she came with a bunch of treats. Bunch of hard treats I can't eat yet, but these I can. Yeah. But they do all kinds of Little Debbie's. They do Twinkies, they do brownies, they do oatmeal sandwich cream bars. Oh, I bet they are. They call this here a Swiss roll. And I'm sure it's chocolate cake swirled with cream in between, dipped in chocolate, right? Yep. Ironically enough, though, in my honest opinion, yours are better. Now, I prefer my Little Debbie's frozen. I'll take them and put them in the freezer. Richard, yeah, but I have 7 showing on mine. So I can see your chats, Richard. But still, I think yours are better. But she sent me a box of treats, bunch of snacks, bunch of crispy hard snacks that I can't eat right now. But when my teeth start working, I can. And those were delicious, so thank you. Like I said, I think yours are better. Let's. Not gonna work for me. I don't know. Very good, thank you. Oh, but she can't get half the stuff we can get. Have you tried the warheads yet, Raspberry? awesome. So if you guys are watching Raspberry's content, you'll see that I sent her some candy, Jolly Ranchers, some Tootsie Pops, and some Atomic Warheads. Now Gracie, while I was on the phone, put down a Tootsie Pop pretty quick. Which I'm pretty proud of her. I think she liked it. I know. How many licks? One, two, three. Crunch. Three. Yeah, she put that one down pretty quick. She's like, candy challenge? Okay. Because I told her, when she was listening, I told her what you're supposed to do. See how many licks it takes to get to the center. And she's like, alright, challenge accepted. Started working on that bad boy while we were FaceTime. You bit yours. You were at 250. For you or Gracie. She was like, yeah, she was close. She was up there. But I think she was powering through it too. But she did the challenge, and I believe that she did because you would have said she cheated or told her not to cheat while doing it. So, but yeah, it was about 250 before she got to the chocolate. You made it to 10? Yeah. Oh yeah. No, she's a great kid. She's a great kid. Well, that's awesome. Um, the cherry one. See, you know what? I don't know. I like the chocolate one. I don't know why, but I like the chocolate one. I've always liked the chocolate one. Cherry's great, don't get me wrong, but it's always the same cherry. You had cherry, grape, and orange. Nice. I'm glad that there was a bunch of different colors in there. The grape is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I do like artificial grape flavoring. Um, I don't mind any of the flavors that I sent you. You know, I mean, the different colors and stuff, the blueberry, the grape. I mean, if you had a blueberry one, because they do make blue ones as well, but, the grape, all that. But I think the chocolate one's still going to be my all time favorite. Oh, so have you gotten to the grape flavored Jolly Ranchers yet? Oh, well, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. But I know now I know what flavor hard candies to send you. If you like grapes, I mean, I could have bought you a 22-ounce bag of hard candies for $1.25. They haven't done the warheads yet. They're gonna do it on a live. She wants to do it while she's FaceTiming me. Yeah, they're a hot commodity over in the UK. You know that does not matter to me at all. I just can't wait to see your reaction. Because now I believe it's not word for word, but there is a disclosure on the front of the package that says, warning, the first 30 seconds are very intense. But if you can make it past the first 30 seconds, the rest of it will be pleasant. I think that's the gist of it. It's definitely not word for word, but that's pretty verbatim. I thought that was pretty funny. Nick, if I could have found some original Crybabies, that would have been ultimate. Like the original Crybabies. Like from 30 years ago, from 35 years ago when I was growing up when they first came out. Those were so damn sour. No, it's okay. Yeah, Crybabies. It was a piece of bubble gum that was sour on the outside, but once you started chewing it, the sweet took over and it balanced it out. They were so sour that when you put them in your mouth, all of it at once, and started sucking on it, it would make you cry. That's why they were called crybabies. Way more than warheads. Like 10 times as much. You'd almost think the very crust that was not hard but was soft was just a layer of sour powder around the outside of that thing. They were amazing. But that's when you can get them for a nickel. And you used to buy those big jawbreakers for 60 cents. And the small ones for a nickel a piece. It was amazing. No, they still make them. They're just not as good. I need a rocking chair and a pipe. You're damn right I do. What the EBT and Section 8 is going on here? Nothing. Nothing at all. Didn't you hear most of those have been canceled anyways? Or are working on it? Oh, Donna. John, what's up? Yes? Yeah, they were good. Yeah, I remember Zots. But they made candy different then, guys. Trust me. Chocolate was better. Even milk chocolate. Hershey's almond has full almonds, not little bits. You know, it just times were different. You get a whatchamacallit and a Dr. Pepper for 90 cents, you know. I don't know, that chocolate roll was pretty good. Might have tasted better because it was soft enough for me to eat, but yes, it was pretty good. My first day back kind of sucked. I kept my teeth in all day. It was hard to talk, but I had to power through and give it a shot. That was kind of hard. But it's over. I go back tomorrow. Do the same thing again. I'm really gonna bring a can of soup with me and some crackers, so I actually have something to eat tomorrow. I'm hoping that I have a dentist appointment on Wednesday. I'm hoping that they're gonna maybe numb me up and cut back the part that's really hard on my gum line so my bottoms fit. Once they do that, then I can actually use them and eat. Well, today is Monday. I have to go on Wednesday. But I do have some soup that I bought at the store for this because I can't do protein shakes all the time. They fuck my stomach up pretty bad. I was thinking about making some strangled eggs, and I can. I can. I have some eggs, so I can strangle them and get them cooking. It's not a bad idea. I actually should do that. Yeah, that's what Gracie calls them. She calls scrambled eggs strangled eggs. Yeah, she's cute. She reminds me of Skylar. It's amazing how kids that live a half a world apart, that are the same age, can act so playful and cute and be those kids that are still kids. 9, 10, 11, doesn't matter. A kid's a kid. That's the great thing about kids. They're kids. And it doesn't matter where you're at. Kids like to play. Kids like to joke. You know. Yeah, she's great. I would have called it that too. Yep. So every year, we go and we buy them special ornaments. This is our tree. Donna, look, your ornaments right up there. Thank you so much. I have more to put up, but as you see, it's hard to make it not look cluttered. But yeah, every year we buy them a special ornament. That way, when they become their own and start their own family, then they can take the ornaments that I've bought them and have ornaments to start their own tree and start their own traditions with. Yeah, I love that tree. That was probably the best tree I ever bought. What I did was I went to Walmart 2 days before Christmas. I already had a tree. Went to Walmart 2 days before Christmas and bought it on an extreme sale. It was like $180 tree I got for $60. So I bought it, and the tree that I had set up happened to die that year. So I threw it away and put this one up. We've had it up for 4 years now. It looked like he was, didn't it? Looked like he's kind of looking her direction. Think he's trying to show off that 50 cal, get her attention. The snowman, yeah, he's gonna make a move on Rhonda. I don't know. He might be too cold for her. The girls loved them. They're the ones that put them up, Donna. You've seen what before? Raspberry. The look. The look on the snowman. Yeah. Is he? I don't know. It's kind of hard to be inconspicuous when you're like this, carrying a shovel and a top hat. I mean, you got to be constantly cold or you'll melt. I mean, try not to draw attention. I should actually hang him up. So Madison has a Nightmare Before Christmas stocking, and we bought random random ornaments this year. Like it had one of like 12 different ornaments in it, and she got Nightmare Before Christmas. So she got a Jack ornament, and every year before we put up the tree, we dress up in our ugly sweaters, and we do Coco and put on a Christmas movie and set up the tree. So Madison, only way to really put this is Whitney isn't very busty, if that makes sense. She's not very busty. You have a Nightmare Before Christmas tattoo. Oh, I think I've seen your Jack tattoo. But my sister is very busty. And Madison and Chloe both got that gene from my side of the family. And so Madison has grown quite a bit since her last year when she had her ugly sweater on. So she had to wear mine, which happened to be a Jack. So she wore everything Nightmare Before Christmas before we did when we did the tree. Skylar at that point had her pick as to which one she wanted to wear, so she wore whichever one she wanted and brought one to school because they have an ugly sweater contest. So hopefully she wins. Yeah, I've seen your Jack tattoo. But yeah, less than 180 bucks got me a $5 gold eagle. Cannot complain about that. Yeah, quite the score. Me and that guy have a tendency to sell each other big medals and games at a low cost. Like I win in his room and he wins in my room. And it goes back and forth quite often. I'm curious if if that guy who won the gold in my room tonight won the gold over at JNS. That would be just trippy if he did. But yes, Raspberry, thank you for all the stuff. And I don't know if you saw my message. I sent her a message. It said, "You trying to one up me with all the stuff you sent me?" I said, "Be careful. I'm the king of one ups. The king of one ups. Nick, I cannot wait for you to get your Christmas present." All right, Donna, have a good night. No, it wasn't that great. I love Bob's card, though. I love it. I started cracking up the minute I opened that thing up. All right, you guys. We're pushing an hour 45. I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta get some sleep. I gotta package some shit up. Get some stuff out to some people. No, that was perfect. That was perfect. All right, you guys. I'm out. I will see you all later. Have a good night. Raspberry, have a good day. I will see you all later. I'll be on tomorrow. You all know this. You know where I'm at. You guys are all Humble's heroes. I wouldn't be shit without you guys. Thank you all. Raspberry again, thank you. You guys have a good night. I'll see you all tomorrow.